What's up, y'all? It's your boy Marcus back for another video on Spiritual Academy, and today we're going to be talking about our spiritual makeup and elevation. Alright, y'all, so I've talked about this a little bit in past videos and stuff like that, and I want to kind of like bring it up today because I'm like, you know what? I haven't really gone into depth about what this really means, like not just ascension, not just ascension, not just the bare basics that I've already spoke about. But the first thing I want to speak about is basically the spiritual makeup, right? We'll get to elevation, ascension next. That's what I want to talk about, as well as always, from my perspective and from what I've experienced and from what I've learned from my perspective. So everything I share, go within yourself, okay, and see what resonates for you. If it doesn't resonate, leave it. If it does, take what you can and craft that into your own belief or knowledge. All right. So first off, I want to talk about the bodies, okay, the different spirit, the different bodies or auric levels, right? You got the spirit body, you have the etheric body, your astral body, celestial body, right? And then you have those four emotions: mental body, physical body, like, we here, right? Physical, emotional, and mental bodies, right? So these are ones where you can, if people can see, if you have the gift of aura seeing, you're able to see, like, that's why we're able to see if people are in a low vibration or in different energy through their aura, through their emotional body. You're able to like see into them, and it'll be like, oh my god, or this person have this type of aura, this, I feel like everyone basis has a level of energy perception. Okay, like we can sense certain energy. Not all of us are like that deeply empaths, but I feel like some of us have that skill to an extent. So some of us can actually feel the energy around us, like, oh my god, something is off, right? And then as well as emotional bodies, this is when you understand emotions, right? Emotions, right? So you have all these emotions: anger, sadness, whether it's happiness, right? Regret, grief, right? All these emotions can be felt, right? And these also can be sensed and seen as well. All right. Like I said, just by you walking into a room, you're able to sense, okay, the energy is off, right? Either that's coming from a more mental body, like somebody can have some negative thoughts, right? And sometimes you can pick up on those thoughts, and this is why we do all the time. Like, you be thinking, bro, why did that thought came? 9 times out of 10. I wouldn't even say half, I wouldn't even say some, I would just say a small percentage of thoughts that you have are not your thoughts, right? Because we're psychic, supernatural beings, so we pick up on thoughts and energy patterns, because we have an electromagnetic field around our body. That way we're able to sense things. People can sense, how you walk in the room, like it's like you feel someone's laughing, you start laughing, that's their energy, that's their vibe, they're vibing off, right? So that energy, like, I want it reaches your electromagnetic field, right? And you feel that energy of laughter or happiness. This is how we're able to pick up on emotions, through our electromagnetic field. That's why I said all of us to an extent can feel energy, okay? Some of us more deeply, like empaths, right? Stronger empaths can feel energy deeply, right? Because they are just connected that way, right? So they're very sensitive to energies, to emotions, right? Because energy don't stay stagnant, right? It can, right? But we know that emotions, energy moves, it flows, right? Just like spirituality is like an ongoing, you're evolving, you're changing, it's constant change. It's just like energy, it's just like our emotions, right? We change. Sometimes we're sad, sometimes we're mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of energy, right? So let's say you walk into a room, boom, you instantly, some of us, some empaths feel it extra strong, but you instantly feel something's off, or you feel like, oh my god, what's this, or what's that, right? That's the energy, your electromagnetic field around you, right? Is pretty much allowing you to be able to sense energies that's outside of it. This is also why dang, I just lost my train of thought. I just saw freaking text. This is also why we wear crystals as well. We wear crystals, we do spiritual vows, and this is also why you can put up protection, right? Putting up a protection bubble or that basically is like putting a protection around your electromagnetic field, right? Because your electromagnetic field picks up energy every day. Everywhere you go, it picks up on the energy, and sometimes we pick up those energies and take it with us, right? That's why it's very, very, very important to do spiritual baths at least once a week, especially if y'all are like workers that work a lot or good, like y'all just travel, y'all got family, okay, we gotta go to the grocery store this day, we gotta go here, like, you know what I'm saying, you go different places that have a lot of energy patterns. Take your spiritual baths, okay? Spiritual bath can mean throw some lavender in that boy, you know what I'm saying, throw some rose petals with like all these herbs, right? And you could specifically have certain things or certain people that you could use as well. Now next we know the astral body, right? This is the astral body, and this body is it's more, I won't even say etheric, but let's say you astral project, right? You're in an etheric form where you're pushing your consciousness out, right? And you're able to view things from a different perspective, right? That's your astral body, more of etheric, right? People cannot see you in your astral body, right? So this is sometimes spirits as well, when they detach from the avatar, they are in a higher, they detach from the avatar, right? From the 3D physical body, and they ascend to a more 4D, right? Astral, or just straight up no form. They're just straight conscious, pure consciousness, right? So that's how we have certain experiences. These beings are on a 4th dimension or even higher, depending, right? But we have to understand that we live in a world today where it's not just physical beings. It's spiritual beings all around me, all around all of us. You know, just because we can't see them with our 2 eyes, right? We can see them with our first eye, right? Because we're with the first eye or the third eye, right? The third eye chakra, right? I forget the actual Indian name for that, or you know, whatever. But yeah, the brow chakra is so nicknamed by that, right? So once you unlock the third eye chakra, it's also, I feel like it's also the seat of a lot of our spiritual gifts come through our third eye as well. Like you wouldn't even, like clairaudience, sometimes we get it from the ear, sometimes it's inside our head, but 9 times out of 10, if we hear what's inside our head, it's probably coming through our third eye. We're probably sensing that or hearing through our third eye 9 times out of 10. It's like, it's weird. It depends on like your own personal experience, okay? But our third eye chakra is like our key, our gateway key into the 4th dimension and higher dimensions in general, where we're able to perceive higher dimensions, right? Higher dimensions, higher timelines. We're able to perceive subtle realms that exist all around us, right? There's beings like gnomes, fairies, right? We know these as fae, right? These beings exist, but they vibrate at a higher frequency than a lot of us on Earth do. And this is why it's important. Everyone like, okay, raise our vibration. Why? Right? That's the question. Why do they ask us to raise our vibration, right? Because when we raise our vibration, we start to connect to our higher self. Our higher self is all of who we are, not one aspect, not a past, not 3 past lives ago. Our higher self is the sum total of every lifetime, all of who we are throughout the cosmos, right? So as we elevate and raise our vibration, we're able to not only connect to our higher self, which is us, right, and our higher self, that's why it's called that, even though these language that we use can't really explain what it really means or what it really feels like, right? But this is the words we use as humans in this life, right, to describe what these beings are, or these etheric beings, or straight up pure conscious with no physical avatar at all, no etheric avatar at that, right? But these beings exist, right? Our higher self is we are our higher self, right? It's just like saying our heart. Let's put it in perspective, right? You have our higher self. Our higher self is the sum total of all of who we are throughout the cosmos, throughout many timelines, dimensions, universes, multiverses, all around, right? It's the sum total of who we are, right? As a soul through many incarnations, right? So our higher self, because there's levels of self. You have the avatar level of self, the soul level of self, the oversoul level of self, Yanas, Rishi. It goes all the way up. We have way higher versions of ourself, right? but we choose as souls to incarnate into the physical. So what we do, we come down in frequency to incarnate here on this planet, right? So let's say I was going to Arcturus, right? I want to incarnate on Arcturus after this life. It's different, and because Arcturus is an enlightened society, it is a very spiritual, magical experience, because they're not restricted as of Earth. Earth right now is in a restricted level spiritually, vibrationally, because of what has been done to us on a mental and psychological level. Okay, 11:11 on the clock. This is why it's important for us to do the reprogramming. And I know why, because we're programmed as kids, right, to do certain things, to be some way, or you know, and this is through government, this is through teaching, schools, right? It's all the shit we experience, right? Because when we on this earth, when we come to this earth, we are tethered 9 times out of 10 through our lower 3 chakras, the root chakra, the solar plexus, and the sacral. Okay, which I said they're completely out of order. It's the root, sacral, then solar plexus. But you get what I'm saying, right? But we are our world, and a lot of us, the masses, the collective on the earth that is not awakened to who we are and where we're going. They're ruled by their lower 3 chakras. That's why everybody, man, this world is hell. Why do I have to go through all this shit? Oh my God, what people killing they do? Because you're stuck in the lower 3 chakras. Jealousy, fear, envy, right? And those energies, right? Those energies rule your life and your world, your view. So it rules you. So if you envy somebody, man, they got them new Jordans, let me go steal that shit. That's the mindset. Your mindset is completely determined upon not only your upbringing, what you believe, because your beliefs is a huge thing when it comes to our spiritual makeup as well. I've always said this, and I'm gonna put this in perspective as well, because I feel like it can help someone. When you on this journey, let's say you incarnate here, right? This is before your awakening, before all the way up to before your awakening. You built platform on platform on platform on platform on platform of what you believe, the beliefs you take on, the energies you take on, everything you've learned, right? And when you go through awakening, that it clashes all that. It breaks that foundation to the core, right? Because it does not serve anymore. So you step off that platform when you are ready to start this healing journey, and you start building your own platform. And it's levels and levels. Even right now, it's still foundations that I don't serve me. That's why I says look back at beliefs, look back at because those things are foundations, but they're faulty foundations that don't serve anymore. That's why we have to look back and continue to elevate, continue to heal, continue to let go, because it's levels. It's levels. We're gonna be doing this shit for the rest of this incarnation, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's levels of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you are fucking, you know, as high, let's say, as Isis Wisdom or somebody. Isis Wisdom is still learning. She's still on the platform, but that means she still has other beliefs she have to let go. It's all of us just still doing the healing journey. So we still have a lot to let go, a lot to learn on this journey. Okay, so this is gonna be your foundation that don't serve you is going to continue to crumble. Even if you're a higher level spiritual being and you're more aware, you're still learning. It's forever, alright? But those are the spiritual makeup. The spiritual bodies is also a way we connect to spirit, to the divine, to our higher self, to source, right, to the Most High, right? That connection, which we are, right? We are the Most High. We are source. We are the all. We are connected to all. We are the all. Okay, so and this is something Isis Wisdom said, that we are miniature versions of source, right? That's why they say we co-create, because source and us, we co-create a life, right? Or incarnation. We come here to complete a purpose, right? But at the same time, you know, we get to choose, like, okay, I want this to happen to my life. I want to have this experience, right? But we co-create that with source. That's how we are co-creators, right? With source, the prime creator who created all, right? The one, the all, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Now let's talk about elevation. So elevation really starts with your awakening. Once you awaken, and you start learning about, oh my God, I'm this. You know what I'm saying? I'm a spiritual being. Like I'm a soul. I don't die. There's no death, right? You just transcend and detach from the avatar to go on to a higher life. Basically, you're just living. There is no death. You just live. You just transfer out of this life, and you live as into your energy being, because we are energy, vibration, light bodies. Okay, this is why they say light body activation, because we are light. We are bro. We are divine light, bro. We are multi-dimensional beings. So without the body, we are an energy being, right? Consciousness, right? That's why they say energy don't die, it just transfer. This bird's outside right now chirping. Yeah, but that's what they say. That saying comes from energy don't die, it just transfers. So that's all we do once we leave this life. We just transfer into that energy being and go through our life cycle, see what we did wrong, see what we can improve in the next incarnation, and we pretty much chill in the fourth and fifth dimension. Like we're who we are, we know who we are, and we move with awareness in each reality that we go into. So yeah, it's pretty much like there is no death, there's just life, forever life, right? But the thing is, why we believe it's a death is because they program death to our mind all the way back to our great grandma, all the way back, right? They program it into those first volunteers, right? These beings that chose to come in to help elevate the consciousness on the planet. They were treated the fucking worst. They were killed, raped. It was so much stuff that happened, and it was programmed into their DNA. That trauma was in their DNA. And we are the descendants of those beings who was treated harshly, and who had to go through the first ones that had to go through this program, had to go through this cycle, and it builds up. You think that shit just that lifetime? No, their kids went through some more shit that platform to that shit to their kids, and their kids. It goes all the way up. So it's not your parents' fault why you hate motherfuckers and you just feeling bad. It's not your grandma's fault. It's not your great grandma. It's just the society, right? Because we always want to think, oh my god, it's the cabal's fault, it's the government's fault, yes, they did. They manipulated this world and created a chessboard that they're playing off of our backs, because if we all came together today, this shit is done with, right? But when you understand that, you also have to understand that we as humanity play a part in this shit too. Just like your own keeping yourself back. Why am I being held back? Why am I? Because you playing a part in yourself being pulled back, and subconsciously. So sometimes it don't be our fault, but at the same time, it be our responsibility to deal with that shit. So at the same time, now that you're aware of it, it's not your fault, but you just have to do the work. You can't blame anybody else, because your mom didn't know what she was doing. She was taught by her mom, and she had your mom and your dad got trauma. You know what I'm saying? Bad, worse, right? A lot of people, it just depends, right? It just depends. A lot of people have trauma. A lot of people have stuff that they don't feel comfortable talking to because they cannot heal it. They can't heal it, right? They have the power to heal it, yes. What I mean by they have the power to heal it and they can't is because they're in a reality where they believe, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is my life now. They believe this is my life. I'll live this life. This is what it is. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this drug. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna live this way. I'm gonna steal. That's the reality they're living in. That's why they say don't try to wake up nobody, because they're stuck in their own reality. And 9 times out of 10, they were pulled into that shit by someone else's reality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're in their own world, literally in their own fucking timeline right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we live on this planet, on this plane of existence, in this matrix called Earth or Gaia, really Gaia, right? But we live on this plane called Gaia, this goddess, this being, right? Who freaking feeds us every day. We have food to eat. We hear the birds in the morning. It's just it's a blessing, But it's like it's not looked at that. It's because of the state of the system that this shit is built on. It's why people look at this world as bad or horrible. It's not that, right? It's the people and the beings who manipulated this shit and created the system for us. They created this paradigm for us that we're living in. Facts. So don't blame your mom, don't blame your dad, your auntie, whoever trauma you have connected to. It's not their fault. Okay? It's not their fault. Now, they physically did things to you. That's on them. But they also have trauma. They also have shit, not condoning what they've done, but they also have shit too. Shit that we don't probably even know what happened to them when they was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like things that was done to me that I don't even know what that person did. You know what I'm saying? Or what that person had to go through in their life. You just don't know, and they're not even in this life. In past life that followed their ass to this incarnation. It's so much. You know, so that's what I want to talk about. And elevation is just about raising your vibration, right? You can raise your vibration through eating healthy, right? More greens, veggies, fruits, right? Berries, nuts, stuff like that. That type of food energizes our body, okay? Our avatar, it puts it in great fucking condition, okay? Eating healthy, right? I'm about to go make me a smoothie with some coconut water in a minute, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that. Meditation also raises your vibration. Spiritual practices like yoga, mindfulness, it's multiple things you can use to raise your vibration. Also, I feel like the main things you need to focus on is, like I said, raise your vibration through the little things I add. You can look up you can look up on Google even. I looked up today spiritual bodies. It is your connection to your higher self and the divine. Like, Google is saying this shit. If Google is saying this shit, you can find it. They don't mean take everything Google says for facts, but they're telling you this shit for a reason. If you can look up spiritual elevation, spiritual ascension, it's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Go within your own self. I might believe in this one, but that just take. How do you find out what you resonate with? Your body is gonna tell you. Your soul is gonna tell you. You're gonna know, right? You can be listening to this video and get the chills. That's your clarification. You know what I'm saying? You get the chills randomly if you watch it. If you watching the video or you watch someone who speak truth, that's your clarification that shit resonates with you. So take that, go within, and craft that into your own belief or your own knowledge. It's just facts. That's how you be discerning. Take what resonates, go within, and craft that shit to your own knowledge and your own belief. This is how we learn. This is how we evolve. Each one reach one. The domino effect. Facts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So the next thing is chakras. The 7, we have many chakras in the body, but this is the 7 fundamental chakras, okay? Root chakra, just more of your connection to earth, right? Blocked by fear, right? That is the root chakra is all about your balance, your security, safety, how you feel, right? Sacral chakra, that is your creativity, right? That is that is creativity, but that is our sexual organs and our energy, right? That is all that. That is all that is just creation, right? But we use that to create life, right? Through kids, right? Stuff like that. So we are sexual beings. So hey, do what you need to do. But your sacral chakra is more creativity. So if y'all, let's say you're on semen retention, right? You want to hold your seed. Boom. Hold that shit, but don't just hold it. Use it. When you know you're having that urge, use it. Meditate. Go with it. I think I did semen retention for like a year, 2 years, y'all. It's crazy. But go within. Use the energy. Channel that energy up, and do something with that shit. Write something, or if you do music, do music. Be creative with that energy. That's how you transmute that energy. As well as if you do have sex and shit like that, like you can just before you come, you can literally just use that energy, and you can pull that energy all the way up. I forgot what they said, but go within on this info. Go within on this info, because I have not done this yet. So everything I say, just go within, okay? But you can use this energy. You can transfer the energy. I think you can go all the way up to, like, I forgot what it was, but this, like, all the way up your spine to the top. And you can use that energy. I think it's something. Just look it up, y'all. Semen retention, and transmute that semen retention. Okay, so look it up. Research that shit, because I haven't researched that in a minute. But I just want to share that, because this is what you can have sex and transmute the energy, so you don't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The next solar plexus chakra. Your solar plexus is willpower, right? It's power, change. Like that's what that energy I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I said, that willpower energy, right? The sun within you. That's that sun within you. That fire, right? That flame, right? That willpower. Really, that's willpower. Okay. But it's way more other aspects of that. You know, I'll probably throw up some pictures here of all those different chakras as well. I want to throw that up here. You have the heart chakra. We all know the heart chakra. That is connected to love. Your connection to everything is through the heart chakra. Okay, so that's why a lot of our heart chakras are blocked, because we've been through so many emotional situations where our emotions was belittled. Our emotions was not taken into consideration, and when that happens when we're a child, we tend to block off or shut down. And that's why it's important for us to reopen our heart chakra, to be open to receive and give as well. And this is why a lot of us are single, because we have to do that. We have to heal that heart chakra and love ourselves, right? And loving ourselves does not mean, oh my God, I love myself. Spiritual bath. Yes, spiritual bath is caring for yourself, right? But that is how you act outwardly, what you allow to put in your body. Oh, I remember when I was in the dream state, and spirit was like, they just said that so randomly. Yeah, loving yourself. They said loving yourself is also allowing what you go in your body. So if you putting bad shit in your body that you know you're supposed to be eating, that's not loving yourself. That's disrespecting yourself. And that shit really hit me. I had a whole ritual where I just sat and connected to myself, and I apologized to myself. And I was like, you know what? I vowed to myself, I'm gonna try to do better. I'm gonna, try to honor myself more, because in that way I was still eating a little bit bad, you know what I'm saying? But take time to really connect to yourself, because that's what's like. Even now, that my whole thing would be like, bro, I wanna have kids, get in a relationship, right? But now I'm like, I don't want that right now. Right now, I want to connect to myself, and I want to fully love myself in this moment, and that means my actions outwardly, everything. That means healing myself. My healing comes first before any other relationship, because that healing is a relationship to me. You know what I'm saying? So that comes first, and a lot of us, we want that relationship, we want that, but what we're really yearning for is that connection that we used to have with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and next chakra is throat chakra. It's how you speak. A lot of us who lie, it blocks your throat chakra, right? You don't supposed to lie, especially to yourself. I speak what it is. I speak what it is to myself, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, I'm not finna lie, especially to myself. Like, we ain't doing that. Like, that we left that shit back in 2019. Like, and that's over with, right? Yeah, the throat chakra is more of speaking, communicating, right? A lot of people have blocked throat chakras because they're not able to speak their truths, right? Or they feel, like I said, we try to speak up as kids and we're belittled, and that's why we shut down the throat chakra, because people don't respect what we say in our opinion a lot of the times. So that's another thing we have to work on, is the throat chakra. Okay, next you got the third eye. Okay, third eye chakra is your basically an all-seeing eye. I wouldn't say it's the all-seeing eye, but it's basically your key into the I said this earlier. It's the key into the fourth dimensions, the higher dimensions and realities, right? You're able to perceive these dimensions or reality or subtle realms with your third eye awakened. Okay, and it's pretty much the knowledge, infinite knowledge, right? I'll throw up a photo here. Crown chakra, this is your connection to the divine. This is your connection to all of life, which you are. All. What I mean by the all, everything that exists in the multiverse, in the omniverse. You are that. Okay, you are everything in the omniverse, dude. You are everything that exists, right? And you have that connection through your crown chakra, or the ori, a lot of people like to call your crown chakra. You are connected to every being, everything that exists in this multiverse, bro, in this omniverse, in this multiverse of universes. Like, you are the all, every single thing that exists. And this is why we always say, oh my God, it's the cabal's fault, it's them. But those beings, the reptilians, these malevolent beings, they are you too. There's no separation. There is a light and there is dark, right? But I don't even see it as light or dark. I just see it as one. It is what it is. People who choose to take that route, people who choose to take that route. And that's just what that is. There is no good or bad. There is no yin or yang, right? Yes, the light cannot exist without the counterpart, right? And the dark cannot exist without their counterpart. So balance. It's a balance between all things in the universe. Just like on this journey. If you know you need to fix your eating. But know that it's a fucking balance. You don't have to just do, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to just completely cut everything off. Take your time. Be balanced with what you eat. Be balanced with your day-to-day life. Like yesterday, I was like, boom, I was doing live on whatnot. And I was just like, you know what? Like doing I felt like I was just, using whatnot to get on and just waste time. I'm like, you know what? Nah, bro. I don't got time. Today I'm taking a break. I might even take a break tomorrow just to cut off, right? To disconnect from that, because sometimes we get into the groove of doing certain things or having certain experiences where we like to overdo it. We like to you know, I can't even say the word right now, but overdo it, okay? We overdo certain things and then we think it's okay, but it's really not, because 9 out of 10 you're crossing your own boundaries that you made because you want to do some shit that you know you should chill out on, right? So yeah, it's just that, bro. Like, and I feel like it's pretty much it, y'all. Elevation is just you balancing your chakras. You can balance your chakras through meditation, ask spirit for guidance as well. Like, you have all the answers, bro. I'm just reminding you, you have the answers. Everything I just said, you already know. Within your soul, within your being, you already know this shit. We're just reminding you. We're reminding you of who you are, the power you hold, and how powerful you are to change and shift your reality into what you want. It's just, we're co-creators of this reality. We can manifest anything. Like Biggie said, sky's the limit, but the sky isn't the limit. I can go past the sky. I can go past the universe. Like, we up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go past all of that. There is no limit. We're limitless, multi-dimensional beings and souls. Like, there is no end for us. We are forever. Okay, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. Again, if y'all need any other things on elevation, because I think on elevation, I have so many other videos about ascension. Ascension is ascension of your consciousness of who you are, remembering who you are, and elevating and raising your vibration to a higher level of you and tapping into the knowledge that you hold. All right. So that's all I have today. This is a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, my name is Marcus. Thank you so much for joining another video of Spiritual Academy. I'm out of here. Peace.